In our prior segment about Dr. Chad Sato, he retraced his journey from traditional medicine to a new way of thinking about health. But his Tree of Life philosophy also taps into a wisdom that is innate and infinite.
Well, when people first start care with me, the first step is I go through a personal history. I spend roughly anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes asking people what's going on with their life, the different stressors, their health concerns, because it's my opportunity to see exactly what's going on in their life. And also, it's more important for them to see what's happened in their life and to help them to link past experiences or past injuries with what was going on in their life stressors. After the history, we go through a proper chiropractic examination. I check your spine out to see your posture, the tension of your muscles, and I take it one step further where I try to locate different patterns that's occurred long time that you've been holding those tension patterns in your body. Afterwards, you'll get your first adjustment. And the adjustment is not the traditional where I'm cracking your spine, but it's really about these light, gentle taps or contacts that place specifically on your body in order for you to breathe, for you to connect with your body and be more at ease. So my practice, I've worked on the youngest is an infant when they're first born. Sometimes I work on the mothers before they give birth to help them be more in tune with their bodies. So when they do give birth, they're in a better space, they're able to feel their tension in bodies, and they can deliver much more gently their beautiful baby that comes into the planet. All the way to my oldest practice member. I call it practice members because they're not patients. They're not passive in their healing process. So part of it, they're a member of my practice, and they're also a practicing member in their own health and well-being. But my oldest one right now is 92 years old. Sometimes a person will come in thinking that they want to get fixed with their back pain or neck pain, and as I go through the process of asking them what's going on in their life, the different stressors that's happening, a lot of times when it comes down to it, when I ask them at the very end of the exam, like, so what are your goals? Like, what do you want in your life? Instead of them saying, oh, I want to get rid of my neck pain or low back pain, they'll say something like, I would like to be more happy, or I would like to have a better relationship with my spouse, or I want to find out what my life purpose is. So it's really neat how sometimes our body symptoms is just something that the body's trying to tell us that there's something that's not sitting well with them that they want to address and be more at ease. When you start listening to your body signals, basically your body becomes your life coach. It'll let you know when something's wrong. It gives you a constant feedback. When something's happening that doesn't sit right, doesn't feel right, it will constantly let us know. It will also let us know when something feels right. So when I work with people, my main goal is I'm working towards helping people to connect with their breath first. Because once you breathe, you feel more present with your body, more present in your life. Second is it starts the healing process. So instead of me trying to fix a particular symptom, let's say a person comes in with low back pain, instead of me trying to fix that back pain, I'd rather have a person first feel their breath, connect with their body, and sometimes that back pain will go away. Sometimes that back pain will not go away. And the reason why it wouldn't go away is because maybe that person needs to take a break, or they need to say, hey, whatever's working in my life, it's not working for me. So for me, instead of me trying to fix something, it's really to teach people a greater awareness of what feels right for them, what doesn't. When I was trying to find a theme for my first book, I came across the Tree of Life concept, and I felt it was appropriate. The Tree of Life, it represents, I would say, how we experience our life. So think back when you were younger. Remember that first moment where we were just playing around, having fun, and your parents said, perfect. And at that moment, we have this sort of like, oh, we want to please our parents, so we perform it again. Or let's say we're fidgeting at the dinner table, and then our parents, what do they tell us? Stay still. As soon as they look away, what do? We move. So what I found is that over time, as we get older, we've learned to, instead of spontaneously express ourselves like a child, we start holding it all in. As a tree grows, each year it creates a ring. So think about the same thing in our lives, is every single experience we go through, we're basically creating these tree rings around us. And it can take the form of increased weight. Sometimes it may, in a sense, for us to insulate our experiences or even our behavior patterns, because we're trying to protect ourselves from things that happen to us. Life brings us experiences, but it's how we deal with the experiences that determines how we live our life. So if we perceived a particular experience as being very traumatic, then it's, in a sense, it can scar us until we can see how did that true experience help us. Because sometimes that experience helped us to be more aware, helped us to also be more discerning, but at the same token, sometimes it maybe shifted our life path. And we don't recognize until later on that maybe this person who hurt us it gave us the energy and motivation to make some changes that we normally wouldn't have made.
By the way, our producer returned for a second visit to Chad's office and says a nagging turf toe injury that bothered him for months went away, and he's been able to play tennis without having to wrap that toe anymore.